that is the second round now. Lower bracket second round. Chaemiko versus Soin. Soin initially lost to Lawlight, but had a strong comeback just now against Dirtbag. And Chaemiko, he eliminated Seiso from the upper bracket, but then fell to Sok in a crazy Human Mirror series. Oh boy, did we have fun with these guys. So yeah, last chance for both of them. No fallback net anymore. Soin or Chaemiko, one of them will not make it to Rara Land. Both will probably sobbing if they won't make it. What is their head-to-head? Chaemiko slightly favored here with a 60% win rate over Soin, but I'm sure both are coming hella prepared.
Yeah, I always love seeing Chaemiko in this matchup. I think this matchup and against Undead, Chaemiko is absolutely amazing. In the mirror and also against Night Elf, I feel like he has his issues at times. Here, I'm going to be excited to see what's coming up next. He played against Soin, when was it? Yesterday! In the WSB, it was a 2-0 there for Chaemiko, but before that, Soin actually had a 3-game win streak. Shows us that Soin can very much be competitive. With what style is the question now. It seems like it's up to the orc here to determine which way the game goes and how has to be reacted from the opponent. Unless the human goes for a fast expo, of course. But I haven't seen that in a while. I feel like humans don't like that so much anymore. Same.
I've seen plenty of riflemen and very few fast expansions. Carson not happy about that development, I guess. So on the upper left hand side is Chaemiko for Raptor Gaming. I know that a lot of Raptor people are coming to Rara Land, and of course everybody is hoping that their Korean friend makes it as well. Any Raptors in the chat? Any Chaemiko fans? Are there people cheering for Soin? Chat, who would you rather see at Rara Land? Is it Chaemiko? Is it Soin? Is it both? Do you not have a preference? Let us know.
If Carson was here, he might be cheering for Soin. I know he and Hitman both big fans of Soin. Soin has recently impressed me pretty, quite a bit with his late game control. His late game army micro, which can be very tough to do when it comes to high supply, especially against human, when the slow trap kicks in and all that. But Soin, it's gonna be a challenging game here. It's going to be very interesting to see now how different Chaemiko is going to look from Dirtbag earlier. I think it's going to be different because the wonders that Chaemiko can do just with Archmage and 3 footies in the early game is always insane. It seems like against, you know, Headhunters, Farseer with only AM level 1 and 3 footies, there shouldn't be anything you can do. You should always be terrorized. You should always be scared. There's not much you can really do in terms of plays, but somehow Chaemiko always manages to do.
Yeah, sometimes he makes it look like a miracle. It's truly impressive. Just as the support from the community towards us. Thank you, Kratos. Thank you, Golden, for the 6-month resub. Thank you, Snock, for the 5-month resub. And Rare Bear for the 5-month resub as well. Harass begins, deny on the wolf. They are not giving each other an inch.
That was important, dude. That wolf was freshly summoned, so he couldn't re-summon. The end snare there was a big danger. The Headhunter came in just in time for that deny. Otherwise, it would have been level 2. And you can see the Archmage always running away. Separated from the Footman group so that he doesn't take any unnecessary damage. And retaining hit points here indeed very important on the Archmage. It's nighttime now. The wolves have lost the scent of the AM for a moment. Chaemiko could try to go out on the map, but he's actually trying to contest the green camp here, which kind of surprised me.
Oh, okay. A little split attack. Footman in the main. Archmage here trying to do the last hits. Of course, perfect conditions for both of the players with the Korean Central server. They have a ping of like 3, which is insane. Thanks, War3 Champions team, for that. And so far, nothing outstanding. Normal follow-ups thus far. And yeah, rifles confirmed for Chaemiko.
Oh, the footies get caught. That should be 1 kill pretty easily with the damage of the Headhunters. I think Chaemiko made a slight mistake here movement-wise by not taking the opportunity to move away from his main base when his opponent was busy creeping the green. We love talking about the level 2 level up timing for the Archmage, and it's really such a big one. For the bonus attack damage and stuff, you know, stats and so on, but also, of course, to get that mana regen rolling. And I was praising Chaemiko quite heavily there for good reason. He's always really good against Orc, but here, this early game, Not as perfect, I'd say, as sometimes we've seen before.
Okay then, level 2, once again, faster for Soin than it is for the human. That's a big win in the early game. No Brilliance Aura. You see the mana bar pretty empty. There was the last Water Elemental. Footman didn't have a big shot of doing something in the Orc base just yet. So I think for Soin this is a very playable situation.
Yeah, the thing is, not only does he have a strong CORSAIR now, but also his tech was very fast, so the TC is coming already. So is the MK, but the TC is gonna be a bit faster, and this Archmage still thirsting for the level up. We've seen before with Chaemiko, he's going for a Naga and then trying to play pressure. It's really cool early on tier 2, but it falls off like a brick later, so MK probably the better choice.
Oh, Headhunter. Deny. Damn.
Oh, sick.
Was that a low damage roll? I don't know, but that could have been level 2 right away. All the 50-50 situations at the moment go to Soin. He's really coming in hot.
But you can also see the respect from Soin. He knows how strong his opponent is. The TC is not going into the middle, trying to take the big camps there, namely the shop, but rather keeping it safe at the green. Doesn't want to throw away his small lead that he has, because of course he knows the MK is coming in.
Yeah, and soon we'll have the decision. Is it the Lamo mode again that he displayed against Dirtbag, or is it the norm? We get Ensnare, we get an attack upgrade early. He could just do it third time in a row. Chainwave, Raiders, Lamo.
Dude, Chaemiko is super aggro. Level 1 MK, basically no experience, AM low HP. He's got one rifle right now, and he was knocking on the front door of the Orc, but he didn't want to quite commit. That would be perhaps a bit too daring. Falls back, going towards the marketplace. Big consumable item here. The Water Elemental ready in a sec. We get some claws in the shop, but right now it's about primarily building army.
Yeah, 100%. More priests are coming in. Hopefully Chaemiko can take better care of them than Dirtbag did. They fell like flies here today. Big camp for Miko. Gets the Scroll of the Beast. Can always be good. Soin finds him, but no chance of stealing anything. That's lots of experience for the little dwarf and the old man.
I'd say even more for the TC though. He's close to 2.5 already, scouted by the footy, but of course the TC can easily solo creep. For the MK, that is not the case, because the Archmage can't just walk around freely and harass the Orc. That is a mid-game advantage for the Orc player. But perhaps the standing army for the human a bit stronger until the TC reaches level 3, especially if we fight close to the human base. And a fight might be brewing with Soin moving towards the middle.
Very important for Miko to get this invul potion, so the TC can't get it. Level 2.7, not a moment where you want to fight. Level 2 on the Mountain King has to decide if it's bash or not. And it is Shockwave again for the third time. Soin trying to shake up the meta here. No Stomp anymore. And forces Chaemiko into a town port with another Shockwave. Is another kill. Not without losses though.
Yeah, I'd say it's okay for Chaemiko. TP is gone, yes, but we have to remember there's no Stomp to consider. So this is already a lot less scary for the heroes. And it was 2 Shockwaves used for 1 rifle kill, traded also for Shaman. So I think it's pretty fine. But the TC gets the creep and gets level 3 and gets the Shockwave. The heal scroll, I mean. And that's also very important. And indeed, Soin is sticking with his Shockwave build. Very, very interesting. He really seems to be convinced that this isn't just a gimmick. This doesn't just work if the opponent makes some small mistakes, but he seems to feel that this is the proper way to go nowadays.
Yeah, and it worked tremendously well against Dirtbag, and yeah, maybe he feels, okay, I can't really fight straight up with the way that the meta has evolved recently against the Chaemiko or Sox, so let's try something else. Let's bring the AoE damage, and so far it's working really well, and with the Mana Stone it's working even better.
Good mana item for the MK as well. He finds the Robe of the Magi, trying to get to that level 3. I like the footy, left on the right-hand side of the map. Saw the Great Hall coming up right away and putting serious damage on it. Doesn't quite have enough to get a cancel, but this is going to result in quite some damage taken indeed.
I like what Chaemiko is doing. It's a transition towards Breakers to get rid of Wolves, and of course they're magic immune, so Chainwave doesn't affect them. Robe of the Magi, Ring of Region, good items for the MK, but no level 3.
He is indeed very close now. A few wolves might be good enough, but the TC He's looking for the engage. He's got the level 3, he's got the mana stone, but he's very close to the human main base. Militia could help out quite a bit here, but of course Chainwave against Militia can also be very strong. Archmage caught in a bad position.
Oh boy. He can of course go for a potion or a TP. He has the funds for that. Potion first, clap is good. Archmage healthy again. Question is for how long. So, and are you committing that mana stone?
Wait, the shop's gone. The AM is dead.
Oh
Oh, that looked like a pretty big mistake. The Coda was killed in the meantime, but the Shaman makes it out, and that AM kill was huge. Chaemiko with the AM on the wrong side of the tracks, and the Shockwave Chain Lightning. That's damage. It's looking quite scary.
no! It feels like he's not ready. No human is ready for this Archmage down for 90 seconds still. Can't really afford a Tavern Revive, I guess. Has to build the Arcane, has to rebuild an army. That is so much time for Soin. And time equals shop control. And in this matchup, especially with this mass AoE, shop control is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. Next heal scroll being picked up. Soin moving north. If he finds the human army here in a bad spot, this might be the game for him right away. AM still dead for a little while. It wasn't the tavern res. The shop also was destroyed, so the breaker production has been halted. It's more priests for the time being. The thing is, Chaemiko might still have the late game on his side. If he ever gets to a big breaker army, it's gonna be very hard for the orc to fight that.
Okay, here comes Soin again. Echo damage will be done. Of course, if Raiders and Grunts attack, they get some gold into Soin's war chest. Speaking of which, that expansion is up. And Soin is clearly ahead.
Chasing far out on the map. This is where militia support wouldn't be that effective anymore. And behind the halfway point, I think Soin would gladly take a fight, but Chaemiko falls back.
A player's forces are under attack.
The expo's up?
Yeah, also pushing into upkeep immediately after that expo was done. No banking at all. More creeping for that TC is level 4 now. More mobility, and mobility is so important as you just outrun the human. He's very slow. Speaking of slow, we got Sorceress in the mix, and it feels like Chaemiko is preparing an attack.
He's not going into upkeep. Calling the boys. The militia are on the way. What's he buying? TP and Invul Potion. Oh, the Sentry Ward. Wait, that's his own Sentry. Never mind. Isn't being seen.
Oh, someone has no TP.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that expo just gone?
I think so. How much damage can he do in the meantime? We have a little bit of a base trade. Chaemiko wants to get this done as quickly as possible. Scroll of the Beast committed. This is heavy damage to his own economy as well. Shockwave, Chain Lightning, Lightning Shield. But I don't think there's enough surface area to break through this.
TP home, Great Hall gone. What about the keep? If the keep falls, the game's over.
Oh, no repair anymore. It's close, but okay. Soin turns around, wants that fight now. Or get out of there with the speed scroll. He could get a lot of units trapped. But ain't happening. Wow, that expansion was so expensive. Great play by Chaemiko. Puts him on the map again.
Oh, and now the slow is kicking in. You're gonna get one raider at least. And the militia that were across the map, they TP'd home, and now they're gonna be able to mine again in a second. One raider falls, and the grunt might go down as well. Seems like it will, trying to save it with the aura. But
No
the slow
chance.
will be its end once again. MK gets closer to 4. Archmage, not really. And Chaemiko's still mining, but this base is, well, it's taken some damage, that's for sure.
Everything's burning. Well, at least it's hot there, or it's warm there. Nobody will be freezing in Chaemiko's base, that's for sure. More creeping. Close to level 4 Farseer. Doesn't do too much, but we're not super far away after this spot from a level 5 TC.
Oh my god, even more agi. Got the double slippers already. But I imagine the Qualifier boots will be sold. They are worth a lot of cash money. Oh, actually keeps them, apparently. Farseer now level 4 TC, 4.5. Level 5 TC, we all know what he's capable of. But this MK is also growing stronger. And should be getting level 4 here pretty soon.
Yes, Mana Potion as well. I really like that. Heal Scroll as well. 2 Heal Scrolls on Soin's side though. Who's now at 60. Has the weaker economy. Might be going for another pillage. Big heal potion on the Mountain King also not too bad. We're fighting, or we're taking on the last creep spots on the map. And then what do they do? A little bit of long distance mining for Soin, but he's nowhere near new expansion.
Yeah, it's just way easier for Soin to maneuver on the map because he's simply much faster. He's also got the wolves for scouting. He doesn't have to be afraid. He can always disengage with a speed scroll, whereas for Chaemiko it's always dangerous. If he gets caught out of position in a bad spot, he gets overwhelmed with the damage and he doesn't have a TP, could be curtains. That's why he got a new TP. MK in the front line. First clap, connects well. TC, shockwave, not so amazing.
Yeah, we see the influence of breakers here. Makes it harder to reach the back line. Clap was once again very, very good, but it's time for a mana potion soon. Raider trying to storm and break through to the back line, where of course sorcerers and priests are exposed once he's behind enemy lines. Nice blitz against the shockwave, but Chain Lightning jumps so many times, gets the damage done. Supply lead is huge for Soin, but for how long?
Shaman coming with a dispel, and that's level 5 for the TC. Oh, maybe the damage here might now be too much. MK already used the mana potion, and it seems like Soin just has a little bit too much stuff. TP out. Soin trying to save the rest of the army.
MK immediately moves him away. This is the army. That's nothing. It's game. Soin 3-0 today is on match points now and about to eliminate Chaemiko.
Wow. With the good old Chainwave, we always thought Chainwave was bad. We always thought Stomp is just way better. But maybe we're being taught the opposite here.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
I expected a lot from today, but not this. Not like this. Oh, Chaemiko, you're in trouble now, man, and so much pressure on him. We gotta be honest here, like Tidehunters, it was Soin's map. So he had that little bit of an advantage here. Now we go into Northern Isles, the pick of Chaemiko. He has to bring it back now.
Yeah, this should be a much better map, especially because it's much better for MK creeping. Normally the MK here always levels up pretty easily, either at the natural or at the Tuskar, also at the lab, and then you can go pretty well to the middle. We covered that earlier. Militia support in the middle of the map on Northern Isles, very good. And you know, I feel like there were a few small mistakes by Chaemiko. Firstly, didn't get a level 2 on the AM fast enough, and the early game wasn't perfect. And also, the militia call at the first engagement where he lost the TP seemed to be way too late.
All right, let's see.
Ready?
I'm asking. Chaemiko is ready. Soin is ready. GG, have fun. Kick it off, Remo.
Oh, Warcraft 3 is in a bad state.
Oi, okay.
So,
let me
restart.
All right, we all restart. It's patch week, so things like that can happen. And of course, it will all be fixed in no time.
And the wonderful War3 Champions team have already been hard at work. They've been keeping us updated on the process. And will probably fix it as they always do, very quickly.
Can you start the game at the moment?
Nope. Can you?
Me neither. Let me see if there's anything in the internal channels. That's something I haven't had before. All issues solved, and we go into map 2. This is match points for Soin. Chaemiko might be eliminated here. There were a lot of Miko fans earlier. You guys, are you sweating already? Are you getting nervous, or is Chaemiko just prolonging the series to make this a little more entertaining for you? Raptor Gaming is cheering on Twitter for their boy, but they need a lot of help because Soin's new Shockwave build is tearing them humans apart.
Yeah, pretty cool. This Shockwave build, I wasn't expecting it at all. Soin made good use of this week of preparation. Comes in with a new build, which apparently nobody yet is ready for. A really strong counter to Shockwave build, Chain Lightning, is AoE healing. So Alchemist second, I'm normally not a big fan, but could be really good against this. However, when Alchemist would be the choice, I'm pretty sure it would be Stomp instead. And then Chaemiko would again be in a tough spot. So what is the counter? to this build.
Yeah.
Maybe no rifles. Maybe just straight up breakers right away.
We had so much variety when we still had DreamHack, right? In this matchup, also between Chaemiko and Soin. You could definitely play casters, I feel. And then try to get this big breaker wall online, and then Shockwave doesn't really do too much anymore. Might be an issue, and Chaemiko had a few minutes to think about it. I wonder what his solution is. So far, everything's standard.
Different from a 2-farm tech here. It's gonna be a Tuskar camp creep first, which is not the norm at all in this matchup, because it slows down your tech by a lot. Normally, Chaemiko's goal is tech as fast as you can, and then creep up the MK to have, you know, the late game power, because the MK is the strongest thing in the human army late game. Wait a minute. Is he playing a 2-farm tech with a Tuskar creep? The Mad Lad.
Okay. We'll see how this goes. It is instant level 2, and one of the issues constantly today was the Archmage having a slow level 2 progress. So I wonder where this is going now. And if this is punished, wolves are split, Archmage isn't here, that's a safe level 2.
And a pretty good creep as well. He saved the second Watch Elemental to have lots of mana. He took some damage on the peasants, but not that much. One peasant's certainly going to go down. The thing is, tech has already started. Peasants can't be remade. Chaemiko has to really make sure he doesn't lose too many peasants.
We lost one, but I guess that's okay. Shouldn't lose too many more. Can he kill the wolves?
This looks like a great opening. Level 2 right away. Only one peasant dies. How many peasants survive on lumber? We have 6 here, 1 there, 7 peasants total. It should be enough.
I think so. Okay, and he stays at home. He has the level 2 that he wants, so he doesn't have to take any risky spots and expose his base. Very solid now. Lumber is a little short, and he definitely needs to farm soon.
Making a farm, not a blacksmith yet. Blacksmith 50 lumber, if I remember right. So this might be indeed skipped rifleman.
We're such good pros, Remo. Giving the advice, and pros are following us.
Well, I'm not sure if that statement is so accurate with my current MMR, but fair enough.
I mean, we're brain pros. It's only the execution that we can't do.
Brain pros. BPs. I like that. BP has a, you know, great reputation.
Yeah, of course. You can ask the fish about that.
Which fish?
All the fish in the sea.
Yeah, I think there's no fish anymore, bro. They're ripped. They're belly up.
Thank you, 84 with the raid.
All right, it is a blacksmith after all, so all our comments out the window. The lumber is definitely a problem here for Chaemiko. He's got not much left. His tech is close to done, but he's missing that resource a bit.
Ooh, double kill on Water Elemental and Creep. That was solid.
And Chaemiko is making still quite a few more footies. Okay, the beginning of the build looked really, really cool for Chaemiko. Now that we see it all coming together, it has some problems, perhaps, like the missing lumber especially. That Sanctum is going to be very delayed.
Yeah, the priest will be late, breakers will be late. I worry a bit about this, because that means freedom, basically, for the Orc army. Can do whatever they want, there's nothing to stop them. Also, creep speed will be slow with the rifle production only now. Chaemiko also supply blocked for a long time. I don't know about that, Kev.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Soin, if you ask me. Cute creeping here from the Archmage with the Watch Elemental. Gets level 3. Doesn't creep the rest. Doesn't creep the rest. Oh, he's probably going to try to creep the Tuskar camp away. But that one's already gone. Soin got it. He got a big invoke potion, which is wonderful.
Oh man, Chaemiko. He really wanted to come to Germany to visit the bars and get the cultural experience. But he's in trouble, I think.
Oh, the lodge.
Yep,
the lodge is so important.
yep.
Does
This
he get
is
this
not
cancel?
good.
The TC. He doesn't have Stomp. He's not level 2. Oh
Yep.
my god, what a huge cancel.
Oh.
What a huge cancel.
That's the big play that he needed to get some time for his own casters. Whew, that makes it so Water Elementals have better longevity, more impact. What a play.
And Chaemiko's not going hunting with the MK. He could have done that. It's very easy to predict where the Orc's going to go next for creeping. But he probably feels like he doesn't have enough footies anymore against Wolves level 2 and Stomp. He would lose too much. So now it's the MK trying to catch up on levels. But this TC again has a huge head start.
Yeah. And parry up of Vitality, never bad against the Stormbolt. Now he creeps the rest with a Circlet, and guess what? Archmage and Water Elemental doing it again. Is the damage enough once more?
This is such a big moment. I think it is, right? It must be.
Yep.
TC again, not close by for the Stomp.
Oh, careful. Is it Stomp? Still not confirmed. So close, gets it. Oh man, what a delay on Shaman this is. Extraordinary
So
play.
close.
Extraordinary play by Chaemiko. Knew exactly what he had to do to come back into this game and gets the cancel twice.
They also forced the TC back with that, so the middle camps are still left. The MK is going to finish creeping in the north. Chaemiko could perhaps even call the militia now and contest the middle. Footy creep, sees exactly where the Orc is. This could be the perfect time to get the militia involved, but the TC gets level 3.
And you know what? It's Shockwave again. Soin not switching up anything. No heal scroll on Chaemiko's side. This is big damage. Level 2 Chain Lightning, level 2 Shockwave. A very weak Miko army. There is catch also with the Raiders, and you can't prevent that! Oh man, this build, Miko isn't ready. Gets a Raider for his efforts, but also TP gone.
Did he lose anything? Yeah, one priest I think it was, right? Mm-hmm. But the rifles survive. Oh, stuck in the main. Whoops, has to take out the Arcane Tower. It's a bit unfortunate, but it's the way it goes sometimes. Wait a minute.
More
Keeps
pressure.
pushing?
Yeah.
Soin keeps going. Fighting into the main base.
I mean, everything is clumped up. This is an invitation for this chainwave combo. There's more, Remo.
Where the militia? He's not calling the militia.
Oh man.
Whoa.
You know what? Because he had to cancel the Arcane Tower, these spells were possible. But there's so much damage.
It is a ton of damage indeed. Chaemiko needs a shop barely for Regent Scroll. He only lost 2 units though, to be fair.
Yep.
So
That
far
can
not
be
too much
so
has died, but that could perhaps change. Next Chain Lightning ready again. Oh my god, this priest has to work overtime.
What a stressful life. No shop available, of course, as well. Ooh, Chain Lightning soon. Very soon.
Water Elemental's very good right now. The Shaman, of course, were massively delayed. There's a Chain Lightning. Only 1 kill, though. MK getting targeted a bit, but he's got the big invo potion. He can afford to be so deep in. What about the Archmage? Him perhaps not.
No way.
Needs to transfer the invuln.
Ah, run! He's blocking himself and the Archmage dies. Chaemiko's German dream might be ruined here. But Soin did lose quite a bit as well. Great defense by Chaemiko. He basically did what he could without a shop, without an arcane there, with only 1 priest. Expo is up at 50%. This is still cancelable, maybe, but Miko needs healing.
Dude, normally having to destroy your own Arcane Tower isn't that big of a deal. You know, you don't need it oftentimes, but here it definitely was. That Arcane Tower would have helped out so much. It's really unfortunate. MK gets parry up here. Very tanky now indeed. And level 3, and finally has the shop. That shop also seems to be a little bit later perhaps than ideal.
Yeah. Oh, Mountain King in trouble. Is that the big invul now? Chain Lightning still jumping around like a House of Pain. Invo Potion, Invo Potion. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Fighting tooth and nails, but this just mass murder. Invo Potion,
Jesus
the shop
Christ.
is still not up.
Gonna be done in a second though.
So much pressure. Yeah, but Mountain King is not near. Needs it. It's 1 unit kill after the next on both sides, to be fair. Chaemiko has 650 gold. Uh-oh.
The shop.
Uh-oh. Level 4 is better. Potion absolutely last second. Town Portal now. Gets a couple more kills. Chaemiko lives.
2 headhunters in the meantime. What is this game,
Oh.
dude? Super high octane.
They want this so bad. They want this so bad. Chaemiko wants to somehow stay alive to force a game 3, but he has barely anything left to work with.
Archmage will come back. Where's he gonna pop out though? Ooh. Okay, in a safe enough position. But Chaemiko's got nothing. He's got nothing right now. 2 rifles, that's it. The Expo is running. It seems like Soin must have this game now.
I think so too. If there's not a big throw, then Soin makes it. Our Season 9 War 3 Champions winner. 10 supply ahead, a base ahead. Levels are looking damn fine. Chaemiko, what's left?
A player's forces are under attack.
I see the Raptor boys. This is fine. This is still fine. This is still fine. It's not fine. It's a lot of copium.
TC gets level 4. Chaemiko, he needs this heal scroll. He's pretty broke though.
Yeah. I got the 250. Is it hammer time? No, it's clap level 2. Can't really do too much. So if he just keeps on trading, it's his game.
Yeah, it must be. Unless Chaemiko gets a lot of time and just creeps the whole map, gets like level 4-4, maybe 5-4. And then maybe he could even do it like, you know, 65 supply versus 80 supply. It might be possible, but I imagine once Soin is in upkeep here, has like 60 supply around there, he's gonna look for fights again. But right now, as we move towards 50, Chaemiko might look a bit stronger.
Okay, then. Soin is pushing into upkeep though. Every single bit of experience counts on the way to 4, where Stormbolt gets so much more powerful. But it's easier to engage for Soin, of course, with the power of Antsnare. Chainwave counted with the heal scroll, but that was the last one.
Going for the casters instantly. One priest is taken out. He wants to take out the region. The sustain. Militia come in. Heal scroll was used, but not on the one rifle, for example, in the back. Grunt's still chasing for more kills. MK is doing huge work. And it's not clear who this trade was better for. I guess it was better for Chaemiko, wasn't it?
The Miko Micro coming into play again. But the 10 supply difference is still up. Some saves by Soin fixes that rally point. Goes to the shop. Of course, he can afford the world now with the Expo running. What's the way out? Oh. Solid block. Close to level 4 Archmage now.
Standing at the red camp, this is pretty daring. Soin is looking for the creep jack. He's got so much mana with these potions in mind. So for Archmage, that's a good level up.
Alrighty, Mountain King can't carry because he has no mana. Speed scroll. Soin wants to end this.
Taking out one priest right away. TC needs to be a bit careful. Low HP now. Shockwave comes in, decently connecting. Next chain lightning is ready. Here come the militia again. Invul potion popped. And it might be 2 more kills.
Oh, Shockwave again! There's so many kills. It's a whooping 20 supply lead. The Kodo has eaten as well. There's nothing left. Chaemiko's fighting with so little. He gets a couple of kills. He gets stuff done. But this is all desperation now. Archmage in trouble. This might seal the deal if this goes through. Raider coming from the back. Didn't expect that. And how fitting. The Shockwave ends it all. GG. Chaemiko not going to Raraland. Soin survives until the final stage tomorrow.
Damn. Great game by Soin. Chaemiko, I would have pegged him here as the favorite, but Soin takes him out. The Shockwave build coming in swinging. What a strong game. Great performance here by Soin. Exactly knew how far he could push it, how hard he could pressure. And I think Chaemiko, not with his best play today. Yeah. Sometimes the early game a bit too slow, didn't level fast enough. And especially the militia calls. I feel like the militia calls could have been way better. And also, shouldn't he have tried to get that heal scroll way more, with like way more emphasis? With militia, normally you can time it around the time the daytime comes. And you know, go to the middle, get to the shop, get the first heal scroll. That heal scroll, the first one, is so important. And I think Chaemiko didn't adjust properly.
Fair play by him. Tells him good job. Damn. Soin, this was a brutal bracket. First Lawlight, of course, where he didn't necessarily play his best, but against Dirtbag he did, against Chaemiko he did, and now he's in the final stage. One best of 5 left for Soin, and then he's getting to Germany. We have to determine his opponent there. It's either Thunder and Sayso, who are up next, or Focus, who's waiting in the lower bracket round 2. We contact the players, Thunder and Sayso first and foremost, do the map pick and bans, and then have more games. So many more games. You don't go anywhere today. This Saturday, this Sunday, all reserved for the best competitive Warcraft on the planet.